This is Marie, and welcome to Marie's Chatty Tarot. And today we are going to talk about the month of December 2022. I cannot believe it, the year is almost coming to a conclusion. So much have happened. Um, some good, some bad, some in between. And now I want to do a video to take a look and see how the rest of December is going to look like. So I'm uploading this video today, December 1st, so 2022. I should be able to upload it either around 8 or 9 today. So let's take a look to see what the month of December, gracious, time is flying, what the month of December is gonna look like for us, for everybody. Let's try to keep it contained to the United States, because it I guess it makes it more precise and concise for the cards. Give them some good parameters, because cards can be literal and they can be all over the place if you're not too specific. So let's see what the month of December 2022 is going to look like for us in the US, residing in the US. And before we get too far in there, for those interested, today I'm going to be using the Llewellyn Classic Tarot. It's a pretty cool deck. And also feel free to share, like, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. You know it. I want the love and support, and I want to drive the traffic to the channel. So I would appreciate the love. And so yeah, let's take a look and see what the month of December 2022 is gonna look like. The first card is the World. The second card is Seven of Swords. Situation. 10 of Wands is the past. Present is Nine of Swords. Try to put everything into focus. And potential outcome is Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Two of Swords as clarification. And Judgment as clarification. This is an interesting thread. The first thing that caught my eye on this is the World, the 10 of Wands. Those two cards represent ending, right? Swords are thoughts, words, spiritual awakening, information. So wow. So the first card that shows up is the World. So something is coming to a conclusion this month, for the month of December 2022. It's as if we're completing a chapter to satisfaction, and then about to embark on another journey. So for those who've heard me before, this card reveals itself to me as, well, it could be a retirement card. It could be finishing a chapter, about to start another chapter. This card is a trump card. It's a major arcana card, and it is the last card there's 22 cards on the 22 major arcana cards, and this card is the last one on for them. So that card means that when the fool completed all their journey, the world will be the last one, and then he will, the cycle of life will start again anew. So it's as if a chapter has been completed and we're about to embark on a new journey, on a new chapter. So this card reveals itself to me as, if you, this is a video game, and I know it's not, this, you're basically completing level 1 and you're embarking to level 2. So this is what it means. You, to satisfaction, completed a particular chapter. So this is what, something is coming to a close for us here in the US. So it could be, well, it's December, so that's one thing. And it could be politically, it could be on emotional level, it could be at different levels, but something is coming to a close. So that's, or is wrapping up. So that's interesting. The second card that comes to view is the Seven of Swords. So you see this gentleman, he's went on an encampment, and as if he sneakily taking those swords away. So this card is a card of strategy. So this card is a card of people trying to get away with either stuff, or they're being cunning in their way of information, either information or online or on the news, because all swords is thoughts, words, information, facts. It can also be spiritual awakening as well. So depending on where, how it's how it's, how it, the question. So this tells me that there's a lot of strategy going on. There's a lot of cunning behavior. People trying to get away. Trying to get away with certain facts or information. So that makes me think of maybe of the media, and also maybe of us as well, because now we're coming to a lot of harsh realities, and we have to make some decision. We have to be cunning in how we budget, and it feels like everything now is a minefield where we have to use our wits about ourselves, even financially. Or so we there's a lot of harsh reality that's coming to focus. So that Seven of Swords is telling me that maybe the media is not being as truthful, but maybe also us, we are using strategies in ourselves in order to be cunning with our budget, in order to be cunning with the way we do things, try to make things last longer, better. So even it looks like this strategy is being used all around. Usually this is not a bad card, but in this particular contest, it looks like we are doing what we can to survive, and that could be very stressful, right? So that's an interesting card to show up, Seven of Swords. Now in the past, recent past, Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands, 10 is ending. And you see this gentleman, he's holding all of those wands. And wands represent inspiration, motivation. It will represent growth. It will represent what's drive you. So wands is a fire sign, right? It's basically what motivates you, what wakes you up, what gets you out of bed, what motivates you, how it usually relates to work, right? Or what drives you, pretty much. And we are now with the Ten of Wands, all tens is ending, obviously, but it also is telling that people are tired, right? A lot of people are stressed, especially on the economic front, especially pertaining to, people's dreams and aspiration and what makes them grow. Everybody are basically on edge. People are just frustrated for a lot, and people are tired. So maybe it could be like a simple tired because it's December, you work all year, or it could be, just a sense of just too much on your plate. You're just feeling overwhelmed. And it could have a lot to do with the financial, economic situation going on. I've heard of a lot of layoffs happening. I heard of a lot of, uh, the inflation is affecting everybody, not only in the US, but in the world as well. So all of this is putting stress on your ability to work, on your ability to make a living, and it's basically sucking the joy out of life with that then, because of the being the feeling of being overwhelmed and being frustrated, and this being too much. So when you see this card, it means that a particular situation is coming to a halt. This chapter is about to close as well. So I think a lot of people are experiencing that too. Uh, okay. Now present is the Nine of Swords. So again, swords, thoughts, words, information, and also the sword suit. It's a little bit harsher, um, because it's once you that information, uh, uh, once you have access to that information, and you know that information exists, it can bother you. So now a lot of people are worried. So that you see this lady, she's on the bed, and uh, she you can see that there's something keeping her awake at night. It's either doubts, fears, but in this particular situation, it feels like there's a lot of people who are just worried about the future, worry about the present, worry about what's going on in the world, and worry about their financial, can be worry about, you know, how they're gonna uh, make it tomorrow, next week, next month. A lot of people are worried right now, and and that worry is coming from fear. It's coming from fear that people feel like something is coming to close, that you have to use a lot of your wits to cut that, to maintain what you have. So again, there's a lot of worry. And why are people worried? Because information are probably coming out, or people are starting to realization that you know harsh truth, and that's is coming to the surface. Um, it's coming to focus, because if you're not able to sleep peacefully or properly, it means that your subconscious is working. Your subconscious is starting to see things that you may have overlooked, and now it's coming to the surface, and it's there. It's coming to focus. It's getting close to the surface. That's why you're not, that's why the worry is there. That's why the fear, the doubts is showing up. And the potential outcome uh, is Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords is a feeling of being stuck, not able to see things clearly, and it could also be about information that's maybe coming out that people are ready, not ready to accept, not ready to digest, and a lot of people may be feeling stuck, with this pretense that everything is okay, that everything is doing well, but not wanting, being a little stubborn, having this blindfold on willingly. Because this lady, she is not in bondage by no means. She can wrestle her way around this cloth. She's not. She's usually when a person is in that stance, when that card shows, is denial, not wanting to accept certain information, certain truth. And also it's a card of uh, not everything is as it seems as well. So this is the card that's showing up for potential outcome. So things are not sometimes what it seems to be, and it also meaning that information is probably gonna come out that you know a lot of people may not be ready to accept right now. So this is something to keep in mind. Um, why? So the clarification is the Two of Swords. Um, again, uh, a decision. So when you see this card, Two of Swords, or two is duality. When you see that numerology everywhere. So that Two of Sword is basically a person not ready to move forward. But at the same token, this is where this is where a decision is gonna have to be made. You won't be able to stay blindfolded or in denial for too long. You're gonna either you propel yourself or the universe will find a way to propel yourself. And here, interestingly enough, the card is showing quiet girls. And sorry about that, the girls are up. And with the Judgment card, is showing that the universe is gonna either create an event or sound the trumpet to wake people up, because no matter how much you can try to to be in denial or try not to see things or not to not to move forward, um, not to move forward, the universe is gonna sound the trumpet. It's gonna force you to have this awakening, whether you're ready or not. So things are moving forward uh, to wake up the population. If you're not noticing it, it's gonna be noticeable. It is gonna be noticeable in the population, especially for those who are still not aware of what's been happening in the world, uh, not only in the US, but Europe, Africa, Asia. I mean, you're gonna start noticing those truth, those information. So here, again, uh, Eight of Sword is about information is gonna come out, because all those different swords they're all of them looks different. There's no sword looking alike. So each of those swords represent different truth. That's gonna affect. That's gonna be coming out. That's gonna affect a lot of people, and a lot of people are not gonna be ready, and which is playing the blindfolded. So either you're gonna be frozen in fear or frozen in disbelief, but also not wanting to accept the truth, those information. You know, a lot of people used to dismiss, oh, it's conspiracy, or no, that's not true. There's no way the government would do this or that or third. But no, a lot of information is gonna come out about the financial system, about uh, uh, the world, about business, everything is gonna come out. Information is gonna come out that's gonna affect people, and people are not gonna want to accept the truth, because all swords, it's a little harsh. It's always harsh when that truth, that information, because once you see it, there's no way of going back. You cannot pretend you didn't see it. So this is people pretend not seeing the truth or the information for what it is, but it is there. um, you can be in denial all you want, but at one point you're gonna have to make a decision. You're gonna have to propel yourself. If you're stuck on that, the universe will create an event, a situation to wake you up, uh, and then you're gonna have to accept that information, that truth. And once you accept that information, because this is uh, it cannot be changed. When you see a major arcana on a deck, on a spread, it means that this is destined to happen. It's part of our journey. It's part of our spiritual learning. Learning, that's one of our purposes, to learn. Um, and I'm taking two more cards for clarification. The Fool. So once we accept this, then we're gonna be able to move forward and start a new journey. Because remember, something is ending, okay, for the month of December. We're gonna have to accept some information, be mindful, and then once we are, then we're gonna be able to, with the Fool, start a new journey, start anew. And Page of Pentacle. Page of Pentacle is Page of Pentacle is about, it's a young page being studious. It's also a message as well, to pay attention of your surroundings, pay attention of your resources, because all Pentacles is about resources, evidence, facts. It could also be about resources, it could be about money, it could be about anything that is real, that is tangible. So to pay attention, be practical. It could be a bit about practicality as well. It could be about, now is your time more than ever to be studious, to be a student, to study, to pay attention and not be distracted. because you can see this page. He's really paying attention to that coin, to that pentacle that he have uh, 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 on, well, it's not on his hand, it's basically kind of levitated, but basically to pay attention to what's happening. um, you cannot be blindfolded. Now more than ever, you have to be aware, and we have to start this new journey. And so I hope this has been helpful. It's an interesting spread. uh, we all come to a moment where we have to accept certain truths, certain facts. It might be difficult to some. uh, if you know, you know. And if you don't, seek out somebody that can walk you through the process, is explain what's going on in the world. The matrix is crumbling down. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of this video. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Thank you for sharing, liking, and subscribing. My current viewers, my potential new viewers, thank you so much. Much love and blessings to all. We'll chat soon. Bye.